You remember a few months ago when we were talking about needing a little help for 16 cats that were in a dangerous situation? This is a little bit of an update on one of them. So Doc and Archie, and I'm now reading a quote from their foster parents, Doc and Archie were two of the outlaw cats who are really quite shy. However, Doc is very curious. This is Doc we're seeing here now, very curious about us, and we catch him watching us frequently. He still hisses when we enter his space, and while we've had some pets, it's usually after bribing. He is a foodie. He still tends to cringe, but I felt strongly that he would come around with some time and work, so they're putting in the work. This morning I walked past their space and saw him sit up and watch me. I stopped and talked to him, as I always do, and this time he hopped down from his climb and came to the door. I walked over slowly, and after a moment of talking to him, I put my fingers through the cage and he licked them. No hissing, no big concern. In an effort to see how much further we could go, I let him know I was coming in, but with some wet food. As I opened the door, he went back to his climb, but still no hissing. I put the wet food in the bowl and then approached him. No hissing. I reached out my hand. No hissing. I gave him little pets. No hissing. I gave him big pets. No hissing. I praised him heavily and asked him if he would come to the food bowl with me, still in his space, which he has never done. I backed away a couple of feet, and although he hesitated, within a couple minutes he hopped down and started to eat with me within arm's reach. I did not touch him while he was eating, as I didn't want to press too far, but I'm very proud of his breakthrough. Baby steps, and I truly believe he will become someone's happy house companion or friend. We're sharing this to show a little bit of an update on the 16 cats, and also just to show part of the process and how one might go about getting a cat who has been fed by people and possibly even touched by people before he came to the Feline Connection, and get him warmed up a little bit. And this is part of the process. This doesn't mean he's always going to be this shy. We wouldn't consider him, we wouldn't, it's not that he's not adoptable, we wouldn't put him up for adoption because he's still in part of the socialization process. So this is what is showing you a little bit about what's happening behind the door. You also get a brief glimpse of Archie. Archie, we're not so sure. Archie may end up being more of a barn cat. We don't know yet. So that's our update on Doc Holliday. If you'd like to support our work, please go to www.thefelineconnection.org and look under the donate tab. There's lots of different ways you can help.